The following show was originally aired on June 17, 2005 from 540 AM WLIE and has been edited for broadcast.
Don't touch that dial. It's another hardcore hour of Velocity Live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Velocity Live here on Island Talk 540 AM, WLIE, and on WLIE.com. I'm your host, Paul Verderosa. Normally, I'd give you the phone numbers for tonight, but the phone lines are down, and they really are down, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But if you're online tonight, cruising that superhighway of information, be sure to check out our official website, VelocityLive.com, now complete with pictures. So check that out. And, of course, if you want to contact us here directly in the studio and you're a name instant messenger subscriber, Velocity LR puts you right here in touch with us right now, VelocityLR@AOL.com. Send an email. We got a bunch. We'll get to them later. But first, in the studio with me tonight are two of the people that make it a pleasure to do this show every Friday night. First, the man who made a successful and triumphant return to the airwaves last week, all the way from Baldwin, Long Island. Give it up for my good friend, John Mulaney. Good evening to you, sir.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. How are you?
All right. How was your week?
Not bad.
Yeah?
A lot of stuff to talk about this week.
It's been a busy week.
It has been.
That's good, though.
Absolutely. Makes for a good show.
Yes, exactly.
And, of course, what Velocity show wouldn't be complete without the most talented and beautiful girl on Long Island. And she smiled on cue, because I had it written down. Those eyes that smile, it means only one thing. The one, the only, Carrie Dillon. Good evening to you, Carrie.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. Ready to go?
Of course I am.
All right.
Born ready, man.
So let's rock this show. Let's get it started tonight. So, this hour, what was the worst thing that you did to the opposite sex while you're dating them is coming up. And we'll go through some emails. And for you last-minute Charlies like myself, what to get the old man for Father's Day. But first, the pharmacist, my good friend, John Mulaney, has found a drug that he believes will ultimately change his life. John, why is that drug going to change your life?
Listen, this one should find me a girlfriend within about an hour or two.
Why is that?
Oh, God.
Just simply fact, I can spray it in the air and she'll like me.
Spray it in the air and we'll like you?
Yeah. They've been working on a drug that's been around for quite some time. I mean, we secrete it naturally in the midst of passion. But,
don't look at me like that when you say that, please.
Wow. And what might this wonder drug be?
It's called oxytocin. It's been around for a couple of years. Since about 1999, research has been playing with it. Now they've got it down to a nasal spray or a spray-on cologne that will actually induce people to feel comfortable with each other.
Comfortable with each other in what respect?
Trust, Wow. Willingness to do things you probably naturally wouldn't do in any other scenario.
So I guess this is more important than cures for cancer and other
illnesses the problem is
that people are suffering from,
Most people probably would play it that way, yeah. I'd rather see cancer cured, but I don't know.
That's insane.
But this stuff's like a new date rape medication of the 2000s. We had Rohypnol, and now we got oxytocin.
And this is available on the market now?
Not yet. But they're playing with it. Imagine if this stuff just by nasal spray alone, they took a bunch of students and they tested it, and they found that through the ones they gave oxytocin, they gambled more money than students and computers who didn't have oxytocin.
Now, did they tell the students beforehand what it's supposed to do, or no?
No.
Oh, wow. They
gave them as a placebo. Some had a placebo, and some were given oxytocin. Now, the problem with this is imagine walking into a casino, and they pump this stuff into the air conditioning system, and all of a sudden you feel the urge to just want to gamble because you feel trusting of the casino when you shouldn't.
It's ridiculous.
And they were willing to, and casinos are willing to use this? Is that what you're saying?
Why not? Why not? They're not going to tell you they're doing it, but why not? Why not pump it into the air conditioning system? I mean, if you put it in a nightclub and some guy's out rapping with a girl and it's not going too well and he runs into the bathroom, a little squirt around his neck, he comes out.
He becomes a lucky guy that evening.
Watch out.
There you go, man.
So you're really looking forward to this drug coming out then?
It could work, yeah. It could help out. Let's put it this way. If you're meeting somebody and your relationship's going stale, why not give it a try?
So you don't have enough confidence in your personality
to
hook a girl?
I have more enough confidence. It's getting her to go that way.
Oh, man.
Does this not scare you as a girl, Carrie?
This does scare me. This does scare me. That's why I'm sitting here, I don't know, trembling in my seat.
Now, not to jump on you, but would that work the opposite way? Would Carrie also be able to use it, and
yes.
it would?
Yes. Remember, most of
I
us...
don't need to use it, though.
Most of us base...
No, you don't, honey.
Most of us base our relationships on pheromones. I mean, think about it. How many girls go out with men because they like the way he smells?
Carrie, you should take that. You're the female in the room.
I will say that if a guy smells good, it's a plus, but I wouldn't say I'd go out with him just because he smells good.
No, I'm not saying just smells good. There is something about the actual natural musk that you would find in a daily occurrence of meeting with somebody that some people find pleasing.
I guess it's that sense of comfort, but that's from, I believe, like getting to know the person and just like, you know, relating that smell to that person.
And the FDA has no real concerns about this, or they do?
They actually do right now.
But they're still going through with...
This is pretty much just all still in college laboratory testing.
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but this is like...
I think John's about to change his major to science.
I know.
We won't even get into the biological
I'm wearing it
end
now. I feel very comfortable all of a sudden.
Did you spray some of that on before the show?
It's in the air conditioning duct. The whole building wants to feel comfortable with me.
That's
John
bad.
Mulaney.
That's bad. And if this comes out, you're going to use it?
I'll give it a try. I mean, right now they're talking about it releasing as like a spray-on cologne or a nasal inhaler.
A nasal inhaler?
What
Yeah.
the hell is she going to do? Like,
I'll just walk up to her and shove it in the head. I have no idea. I mean,
shove it in her head. Wow.
Oxytocin,
right.
the cologne for men.
I'm going to give a little tip to all those ladies out there. Look at our website and find John Mulaney. And if that guy comes up to you in any situation, run the other way.
I don't know if I'd play it off like that in a bar, though.
I don't know. You made it seem like you would a second ago.
I think other people would. I think there's more to worry about than me. I mean, I'm pretty much I'm not the 25-year-old guy that's running around most clubs. I walk in, they're gonna go, well.
Wait a second. I would never use that, and I'm 25. I'd rather get a girl and land a girl on my own merits.
But what about the guys who don't land girls that way? About the guys who play date rape already?
Well, they shouldn't.
I mean, if they're going to give them another tool to their arsenal, they're going to use it.
Yeah, which is why they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Which is why they should be finding cures for fatal diseases.
Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it just as long as through the dating thing here. Look at what happens if you walk into a building where you can hand over your money to somebody. This stuff is being pumped through the air conditioning, and next thing you know, you're writing away your life savings because you trust the person on the other side of the table. That's dangerous.
However, not just money. I think it's more dangerous handing over like your heart to someone rather than your money,
and not even knowing.
You're screwed if
yeah.
you know, like that's so. What happens? All right, down the line, you get married to the guy, you have a kid with the guy, then he turns psycho, and you're like, what the hell?
He runs out of oxytocin.
Because he ran out of oxytocin.
I could see that being like Oprah in the future men who are on oxytocin.
Seriously.
I ran out of oxytocin.
And then all of a sudden, your wife is like, what?
I would find some uses for it. Like if I was in college or school, I think about grading time. I'd give it to the professor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you do that to male professors too?
Well, you go from an A- to an A. Why not?
With a male professor?
But how would that make them more comfortable in giving you better grades?
Because some people, and I know for a fact, I have seen it. Some professors grade based on how they feel about a student.
I thought you were going to say some professors were homosexuals. That's where I thought we were going with that.
That's that whole men on the down low. We won't even.
Speaking of men on the down low, you're listening to Velocity Live here on Island Talk 540 AM, WLIE, and on WLIE.com. Velocity LR put you in touch with us tonight via IM. As we're trying to get those phones up and running, we're talking about oxytocin and how it's John's new savior drug.
Well, I don't know if it's my new savior, but it's definitely a toy I play with.
All I have to say is women in Nassau and Suffolk, beware of John. When is this supposed to come out? If it does, or actually, can you get a hold of this now?
I don't know. I've looked around. I haven't seen it being sold anywhere. The FDA's probably still got to clamp down.
Well,
good.
Either way, women, I'd watch out. I would definitely watch out.
This is disgraceful, John Mulaney.
Speaking of disgraceful, the question is posed. What was the worst thing you've ever done to a member of the opposite sex while you were dating them? And for me, the worst that I ever did to a girl, I was in high school, and it was my freshman year, and I met this girl while I was working on the play that we were doing freshman year. And she was a girl who had a part. No, she didn't have a part in the play. Excuse me. She came to watch one of her friends who had a part in the play.
Which play was it?
Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh.
And see, Carrie never knew that I was a part of that. She came home, and she came together with her friends, and she got locked out during the first act. So I was able to spend some time with her. And we walked around, and it was very nice. And she was about a year or two older than me. And sweet girl. I think her name was Tammy. Something to that effect.
I don't even remember her name.
Oh, it was years ago. You know how many women there's been since then?
If this is the thing you've done worst to any of the girls that you've been with or gone out with or whatever, you should at least remember her name.
Well, I'll tell you why maybe I don't...
So that you can apologize to her after this story.
Well, I'll tell you why maybe I don't remember her name.
Oh, God.
He did bad stuff to her. Why should he remember her name?
Well, maybe. We're borderline on the bad stuff. I asked her to come to the dance the following week, and at our school, we used to have to work the dances. So the students would work certain rooms, like coat rooms and hallways and stuff like that. And I always got stuck working the last hour of the damn dance. All I wanted to do was be with the girl I came with and hang out with my friends. I always had to work the last hour. So I took her upstairs to, like, room 223 with me. And I went to a Catholic high school for a couple of years. And while I was up there, we were making out. And we're going at it in the room. And this brother walks by, and I don't want to say his name. There's a brother that was there, and he was flaming. Flaming as the Ace of Spades, Jack of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, whatever you want to call it.
Her brother or like a monk?
A monk brother.
Oh,
flaming
man.
brother. Voice and all. And he walks by, and he taps on the desk, and he's like, excuse me, Paul, she's really not supposed to be up here. And I really frazzled this guy.
Get your tongue out of my sister's mouth, please.
Well, wait a minute. You're confusing a monk brother with a regular brother.
I know, I just asked that question.
Where are you tonight? Is there something wrong with you?
God.
Good grief.
It's all right. We're all entitled to a blonde moment once in a while.
Yes, there you go. John's flowing locks. Blonde and gray. But, so brother, monk brother, says that she shouldn't be up there. And, I'm just kind of like playing it off. And finally he's getting really mad and testy and flaming. And I'm like, all right, no problem. So I just kiss her wildly in front of him before I let her out.
God.
And yeah, I know, I'm going to hell. But we'll all have fun together. We'll do a show from there. So she leaves. And the dance ends, and I go home, and as I'm leaving, and I'm in the car going home, I get brutally sick to my stomach. And
what a shame. See, God was punishing you right there.
Well, you know what happened? I had the stomach flu, but I blamed it on her for her kiss, and I never called her again after that night.
So you gave her the flu?
I never called her again.
Was she your girlfriend, or you just...
we were talking for about 2 weeks before that, and I never called her again.
Did she ever call you?
Once or twice, but I just never answered the phone. And truthfully, there's probably a girl out here on the island named Tammy who thinks we're still dating.
How old were you?
I'm sure. I was like 20 years ago.
I was 15 at the time, 16, 15, 14, 15, something like that.
It wasn't premeditated, right?
No.
She'll get over it.
Oh, man. But that's at a crucial age in a girl's life.
Yeah, she went lesbian
probably
over that deal.
Scarred.
I don't want to be responsible for anything like that.
Mr. Lou Diamond Phillips of this neighborhood. He dates him and turns him gay.
Listen, I ain't running around in no pantaloons like the King and I, like Lou Diamond Phillips did. We're far from that, okay? Definitely far from that.
I think you do worse than that to a girl. Or to a person.
So what have you done, John?
Actually, I've made my mistakes. I think the worst was breaking somebody's heart, probably.
And how'd you do that?
Just telling her I didn't love her after she said she loved me, and really I didn't realize at the time I did love her.
Was this the first I love you?
No.
So you told her that you loved her?
No, she told me that she loved me.
So you never told her?
On Valentine's Day, nonetheless.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so on Valentine's... What year is this?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. On Valentine's Day in the Stone Age...
Yes,
John Mulaney was told that he was loved by some girl for the first time. That's the first time she said, I loved you.
No, it was not the first time she said she loved me.
So how come the first time wouldn't be
it? Was one of those times where she said it, and I was like, we need to talk about that, because I didn't feel right hearing it.
Okay, so needless to say, you did say that you didn't...
I'll tell you this, I was honest with her. I told her that I didn't think the relationship was worthy of pursuing. I didn't think that I loved her. I thought that she was wasting her time on loving me. And 15 years later, I did love her. And I know that I hurt her.
But this originally took place on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, on Valentine's of all days.
And you realized 15 years too late.
Yeah, I guess we all wake up sometimes.
So what made you realize 15 years down the line that you actually love this girl?
I don't know. I came out of my stupor. I don't know.
Plenty of failed relationships along the way, I bet. And Carrie, I want to get to yours, but we got to take a break. So we'll get to your worst moment with the opposite sex when we come back. We're coming up to a break on Velocity Live on Island Talk 540 AM WLIE and on WLIE.com. And last week, we here at Velocity introduced you to not only a good friend of the show, but a talented musician, Ciro DiLorenzo. Ciro can currently be heard both here in the States and internationally on satellite radio. But we're so excited to share his music here with you on Velocity Live. For more information on Ciro, be sure to visit our website, velocitylive.com. Or, if you want to purchase Ciro's CD, go to cdbaby.com. CD Baby. Yeah, baby. All right, here he is back again this week with Shake Your Body. Ciro DiLorenzo will be back on Velocity Live on the other side of the break.
Hi, this is John Mulaney, and you're listening to the best of Velocity Live on velocitylive.com.
Shake, 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 shake your body. Shake, 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 shake your body. Shake, 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 shake your body. Shake, shake, shake. Oh, what a night for me. I cannot sleep at all. You put a knife to my heart when you dance all night with me.
You are listening to Velocity Live here on Island Talk 540 AM WLIE and on WLIE.com. Paul Verderosa, Kerry Dillon, John Mulaney back with you. And prior to the break, we were discussing what the worst thing we did to the opposite sex was while we were dating them. Now, I'm not going to torture you anymore as much as I'd like to, because during the break, John spilled a lot more about his story than he should have.
Yeah, he did.
And I really think you should talk a little bit about that.
What is there to expand about? I screwed up. I made a mistake.
Oh, no.
We want the juicy details.
Kerry was...
Let's go.
Kerry was sitting right here with me during that break, and you were talking a lot of steam and a lot of fodder going on.
Defending himself nonetheless.
That's right.
But giving us nice details to work with.
And you know what
Therefore,
Go ahead.
we want to hear them.
Well, I also have
really
some
fun to hear
respect for the person. I mean, I really don't want to rehash this in her life. I know it hurt.
You don't need to use names.
I don't have to use names. She knows
Do
who
you still
she is.
talk to her?
Actually, that's another mistake. No, I don't.
So how does she know that you're even doing this?
Who knows?
So spill the beans. Let's go, John.
What is there to spill? I screwed up.
See, the one thing is, prior to this break, and we went into break, John was talking about the big rock star he used to be in the 80s, because it's true. John used to tour the town. He was a man about town as the musician, which I never knew about John. I've known him for a while. I never knew he performed in any rock
I
band.
didn't know either.
And
It was a whole half person ago.
that's why you were having all that fun that you were talking about during the break.
Yeah.
All right. He's not going to spill
Oh,
any
John,
beans.
John.
He's not going to
I
spill
want to
any.
hear about yours.
Mine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know. I think one of my biggest flaws is pushing the guy's buttons, like, to no end, just to, like, test my limits, just to laugh at him.
But actually is a very typical female thing, though. So you're not the only one that does that.
Carrie likes to push the
Maybe.
buttons of the person she's with.
I do.
Oh,
well.
I hate having my buttons pushed.
Why? It shows how much patience you have and what, like, you can work with.
Well, it's one thing to push them, but it's another thing when it's a damn test. I mean, imagine being given a test, and I've had this done to me. Imagine being given a test where the goal of the test is to make you hit the woman. And no matter how hard
I would never do that. I would
Yeah,
never want to
come
get
on.
hit.
How about I went out with
I don't
somebody...
care. I don't care what kind of test it is. You don't hit a woman anyway.
I know.
I went out with a woman who did that, and she told me that the goal of the test was to finally get me to hit her.
She really wanted you to hit her, or she really wanted to push your button so hard that, you know, you get really mad, but you don't hit her.
I know who he's talking about. I actually know who he's talking about. I've met the girl.
Really? And she really wanted him to hit her.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she wanted to see how far she could go.
She's the type of girl that she's young and she likes to just be, like John said, it's like how far you can go when you put your hand in front of the dog. You know, when you're playing around with the dog and see if the dog will bite you.
When did you say that?
Who? What? I'm
It's an
lost.
analogy. It's like,
I know,
No, she's
I'm
breaking my
disgusting.
shoes. I know. I know where she's going with that. But yeah, I know who John was talking
I
about.
believe me, I don't want to
Did you hit
hit
her? Did you
don't
hit
want
her,
to hit
John?
the person. No, well, let's put it this way.
Did you hit
I
her?
wanted to punch her head through her ass, but it didn't happen.
But she didn't, so that means you passed.
You know, well, she got a wake up call to the back of the brain. Let's put it that way.
Why would you do?
What did she do? Well, listen.
What did you do?
John ice
What
picked
was-
her.
Yeah.
John stuck an ice pick.
Serious.
What I do is I
Seriously.
told her, listen, eventually, if you play with fire, you're going to get burned. If you really want to start pushing a man's button, you want to get physical with the man, and you're going to hit the man, then you should understand that occasionally he's going to snap.
She was violent.
I don't know if she was violent. She just the way she was raised, she felt that she can get away with just about anything.
Wow. I
And,
don't know. I don't push the button. I don't
I
think
mean,
I do
you're
anyway.
when
I
you're
don't know.
playing
I
with-
might send guys like running in the opposite direction.
And when you're playing with fire, sometimes you're going to get burnt. Let me tell you something. If I walk into a bar room and I went and found a 6'2" or 3" guy, 300 pounds, my size, and started pushing him around, how long do you think before he popped me in the face?
But it's different. That's guy and a guy.
Why is it different?
Because-
at 4 o'clock in the morning, when she's been pissing you off for 4 freaking years, and next thing you know, she's pushing your button some more. I mean, what's to stop you from all of a sudden just popping?
and if you're a woman that would like to hit John, we want to hear from you.
Call me, spank me.
VelocityLR@AOL.com or VelocityLR puts you in touch with us here in the studio. You're listening to Velocity Live. Paul Verderosa, Kerry Dillon, John Mulaney, and we're talking about John wanting to punch his girlfriend's head through her ass.
It's
So
not
if
gonna-
she annoyed you for 4 years, why did you even stay with her?
Well, let's put it this way. Sometimes you do crazy things for love.
So he really did care about the girl, I guess.
I still, to this day, I still care about that person. I mean, but I'm not going back to that insanity, I'll
Is
tell
this
you
the
that.
same one that you told that you didn't love?
No, I'm not going back to that insanity, though. And he knows who I'm talking about, and it was pure insanity.
It
Well,
was.
I'm not Well, I am pure and sad in me sometimes, but
You gotta
I try to refrain myself, you know.
I think you should just. Most people really need to be aware, you know. I don't think I wake up in the morning saying, "Oh, today is going to be a day I beat the hell out of some poor little female." I mean, look at me.
Better not.
Especially since Carrie's sitting next to you tonight. Carrie's sitting next to you in this.
You know, but there are some people out there who are raised to believe they can do anything they want. They don't have to be responsible for their actions. Somebody else will clean the mess up, and they think they can just push buttons.
I was engaged and I never felt that way, though, about my ex.
Your ex...
What was that?
No, it was Mike, shut up. I was hungry.
I never felt that way about my ex at all.
Yeah, I don't think your ex tested you, though. I mean, she
definitely pushed the buttons towards the end of the relationship. Yeah. There's no doubt about that.
But not during the whole relationship.
No, we had 3.5 good years.
I believe tests are a necessity in a relationship. Because how are you going to learn about someone if you don't, like, you know...
What kind of tests?
Just like random, like, you know, just sitting around, if I do this, I wonder how he'll react.
So you and
something like that.
So you and your girlfriend size up your men, then?
No, no. I mean, it's just random things, like, I don't know. It's just
is it a test to spawn his jealousy or stuff like that to see how far you can go?
Jealousy's never really cool. I don't think chicks dig that.
That's what I had done to me. I mean, she played...
Well, all right, Carrie wants to say something.
No, you can finish first.
That's what she did. She tested me, and she also played the jealousy thing. Like, she would wave other men in front of my face.
Well, I don't do that. But I do, I think that, I don't know, a little bit of jealousy actually shows that a guy cares. I mean, I'm not into the whole obsessive, you know, guy who, you know, like you have guy friends and he's like, oh my God, like don't talk to them or whatever. But I do think it's kind of flattering if he gets a little jealous. Because it shows that he's actually really into you and he doesn't like want someone else to take you away.
I think everybody's jealous. I think everybody possesses the ability to be jealous. It's those that can control it. I mean, I'll tell you this flat out. I have a hard time controlling my jealousy. Mm-hmm. I don't know whether it's because I'm insecure. I haven't gotten that far in therapy, and I'll let you know when I do get there.
I tend to get jealous when the relationships are coming to an end.
I get jealous.
Because someone else is moving.
I get jealous when the relationship is over and somebody else is moving.
No, see, at that point, that didn't even bug me, though, because John knows when I went through that. All right, yeah, maybe, because I wanted to tear that guy's head off, but I'm not the jealous type. John knows that, because my ex was a good-looking girl. John will agree.
She was a great-looking woman.
And, you know, there were a lot of guys that always talked to her, and I never had a problem with it because we trusted each other. But come the end of the relationship, and I knew things were going south, because guys know just as well as girls when things are going south.
How did it go south?
It just went south. There were a lot of things that we couldn't agree on when it came time to decide, like, on a marriage. So,
perhaps tests earlier in the relationship could have gauged that.
Could have saved me a lot of heartache, that's for sure.
See, I don't know about the whole testing thing. I have never tested girlfriends. I've never gone looking to test my bond with them. Well,
let me ask you this, John. You're sitting having dinner with a girl or whatever. You know, some occurrence happens or whatever. You don't think to yourself, that was kind of sketchy on her part, or, oh, that was really cute. She's really sweet. Do you ever think that? Or you're just, like, brain dead the whole time at dinner?
No, I'm not brain dead. If anything...
John's thinking about the night after dinner. What's going to happen following dinner.
You know, I am not brain dead. I pursue a lot of conversation through my meals. Usually most of my girlfriends talk is a big part of the relationship. Mm-hmm. The problem is, and I have found with the relationships that have failed, is that deceit, betrayal, and mistrust have been a part of their M.O. And I'm not the only...
He became a member of the Black Eyed Peas overnight.
I saw the Black Eyed Peas in concert.
Did you?
I'm at Plymouth State University.
I'm dying to see them now. They're like all the rage lately. They're turning up everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
They are. They're turning up everywhere. And I'm telling you, for next week's show, I'm going to use their music for an intro because I really want to use that song for an intro.
Sweet.
But speaking of intros and speaking of... Well, last week we introduced ourselves to America as, well, here on Long Island.
I think they're better off for that, too.
They might be. From what I heard, things went spectacularly well. The general manager of the station actually today came up to me. Stuart, great guy. Loved the show. Loved the show. Loved Carrie. Loved John.
Thank you.
See? Carrie's thanking you right now, Stuart. Carrie's scoring brownie points. Never met the guy. See, she knows how to work the room.
I'm being polite.
Absolutely. And I want to get into this, but we're coming up against a break. When we come back, we're going to go through some of the emails we got. And I want to talk about the website. I want to talk about the pictures that went up on the website. I know John's not happy about that.
I'm not very pleased with my pictures either.
Wow, so we've got a lot more to talk about. Me, on the other hand, I love my picture.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on. All right, we're coming up on a break here on Velocity Live, here on Island Talk 540 AM WLIE and on WLIE.com. Remember, our phones are down tonight. We got to talk about that, too. And if you're a last-minute Charlie like me, we're going to talk about what to do for Father's Day, because I got the feeling that I'm going to be really, really screwed. Back with more Velocity right after this.
Hey, this is Paul Verderosa, and you're listening to Velocity Live on VelocityLive.com.
Yeah, baby, back here on Velocity Live, here on Island Talk 540 AM, WLIE, and on WLIE.com. Remember, if you want to get in contact with us, Velocity LR, if you're an AIM Instant Messenger user, we'll get you in contact with us tonight in the studio. Velocity LR at AOL.com is our email address, and our website, VelocityLive.com. And I'm very surprised because in the last segment we were talking about the worst things that we've done to the opposite sex. And John, I thought the worst thing that you were going to say was that picture of you up on the website. Did you see that?
I truly don't like that picture.
What's wrong with it?
I think it's horrible. Look at me. I look like I weigh about 550 pounds.
Affectionately, what were you calling yourself before the show?
My new nickname that I've given myself is Johnny the Chin.
Malin.
Yeah. Look at that picture. It looks horrible. It looks like I grew a neck upon a neck. It's like a big tumor is growing around my neck.
We could have took more pictures.
Next time I have to just stick my head out so there is no chin.
John, weren't you the one that put the pictures on the website?
Of course. I chose listening. It was better than the other picture of myself.
Now, couldn't you do a little touching up on it? A little airbrush, a little Photoshop?
You know what? I thought about that, but I got no problem with who I am.
Then why are you upset with the picture?
Because it's just a horrible-looking picture.
Well, I heard Carrie wasn't happy with her picture either.
I really wasn't. Because my hair...
I noticed that
you have to see
right
my
away.
Hair. There's just a strand of hair on the left side of my
The one
finger
piece
or something.
sticking out was having a blonde moment on itself.
By its own.
I had my hair in a ponytail, but there was these random pieces on the side out of nowhere.
I think that you and I are just jealous that we didn't come up with a Christmas card photo like he did.
Oh, come on. You're going to pick on my picture? My picture was hot.
I'm telling you, I can't. That thing should say season greetings from Paul Verderosa.
Listen, if we're still on in December, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I might spit it out. I might make you make me copies of that.
There's your Christmas card.
I would. Why not?
We should do that. We should take a picture of all three of us and
I can play Santa.
Happy Holidays from Velocity Live.
Carrie played right through that because you were headed for her sitting on your lap. I know where that was going.
Oh my God, I have the cutest Christmas pajamas ever. It says naughty or nice, and they're velvety, and they have this furry stuff on the bottom.
See, now how great is that?
And I have a hat that matches.
I'm definitely making myself a Santa costume.
I think that's a beautiful thing. My picture.
You can be the elf.
Thanks a lot. Listen, my picture says it all on the site. Go to Velocity.com, look at the site.
VelocityLive.com.
It's the same thing, VelocityLive.com. They'll type it in. The people of Long Island and across the country.
All right, children.
Will type it in. They'll know. It's John's baby.
These two are like a married couple, seriously.
It's John's baby.
They were talking about each other before when they were saying, what they did to them.
We've known each other since birth.
Remember, we made that comment a long time ago. People forget that we were on in the Ohio River Valley in 3 markets years ago. People forget about that.
Were you?
It's going to make her think. We'll let her sit on that. She can come to the conclusion whether or not we actually did that or not. But that's John's baby. Check out the website. It's coming together really well. And we might take some more pictures next week if you want. We can always do that.
Yeah, we should.
I was going to put pictures of me up when I used to have longer hair and I was much thinner.
No, don't do that bad radio bit where you're going to put up pictures of yourself from 20 years ago. I hate when people do that. I work with people in the industry that do that.
Yeah.
And that bothers me to no end. They'll put up pictures of
annoying.
themselves from 20 years ago.
It's like yearbook pictures.
Exactly.
That's why I wrote it out and I stuck both chins out to get it on.
And you know what I love? The same people that put those pictures up are the pictures that they sign when people want them to sign pictures. They're all old and decrepit now, but they'll sign that picture from 1985.
They had brown hair back then, and now they have gray or white.
And poor Dan's picture looked like he just crawled off a fishing boat or something.
Yeah, but it's not zoomed in, so you can't even it's like a good picture because it's
and Dan's
studio.
And Dan's not even here tonight. I swear, this is like a makeshift show. This is like the first radio broadcast tonight. I'm not only doing the show, but running the board. I want everybody to know that tonight. It's like everybody at LIE died. Nobody's here. Nobody is here.
True.
and we're just
Very
doing this
empty.
show. I know, and we're in a different studio tonight, too. We're crammed into this box of a studio. But we love you anyway, Stuart.
Yes.
Stuart,
We love you, Stuart.
See, Stuart likes the show. We love Stuart. So last week, we had our first show. We had our first show, and the response was really cool. And again, we're sorry for the people who tried to call that got dropped, because apparently when I was talking to Dan, there was about 6 or 7 callers he did pick up on, and they got dropped. And part of it's my fault because I took the calls late. So as soon as we get calls, we'll just take them from now on. So feel free to call up.
Yeah, I was really happy with the actual amount of global hits that came in through the website for WLIE and for Velocity Live.
Yeah, I mean, I heard from people that I know in different states that they were listening, and they had other people listening on WLIE.com, and they were talking about us. So that was cool.
We saw a lot of markets in the country, and it was great.
Yeah. Too bad my parents didn't listen in.
You're kidding.
Probably, yeah. I was really missed.
Well, we can always send the WLIE van there with a big speaker on top and just play it live in front of the house for them.
No, my dad had a show, so.
I can't believe they didn't listen.
No, my dad had a comedy show. He runs a room in Medford at the Comfort Inn.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Dillon, and you just got a free plug. You're listening to Velocity Live here on... It's okay. You're listening to Velocity Live here on Island Talk 540 AM, WLIE, and on WLIE.com. Paul Verderosa, John Mulaney, Carrie Dillon, and her dad with the room. Where's the room?
In Medford,
There you
Comfort
go.
Inn, 112.
All right, so we'll give you another shout-out. Okay, no problem. All right. Oh, speaking of people who didn't listen to the show last week, I'm distraught. I am heartbroken. My hot teacher didn't listen to the show.
You should be happy she didn't listen, God.
I got an email from her on Sunday, and she said to me that she didn't listen to the show, and she missed it, and she wants me to give her a copy.
So now you're going to have to send her a copy of your love profession.
I didn't
for
profess
her.
any kind of love to her last week.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You'd know if I was making a play for her. Last week was not a play.
I don't know. You're very shady about the
I'm hoping we can go to lunch, though, before the school year's out.
Woo!
It'd be nice to see her.
Without her husband.
I'm still trying to figure out where mine is.
You guys should post their pictures on the website, and people can rate them.
Well, when she was my
Get their
teacher,
way.
there was no cameras. We had no internet, nothing like that,
John went to school with
Draw
Fred
a
Flintstone.
Yeah, we had a hammer and a chisel. We would etch a picture on a piece of
All right,
rock.
well, bring that in. We'll take a picture of it.
That's right.
I'll roll a piece
Might
of...
as well.
And speaking of internet hits, we got a lot of email this past week, and that was cool. I mean, a lot is 6 or 7, but that's a lot for a first week, so we're happy with that. And just a couple of them I want to highlight just very quickly because we're running out of time in this segment. But Christopher Merrick sent us something. He said he listened to us last week after the Ducks game. He never tuned out, and he's looking forward to hearing more of us. All the best, all kinds of success. Chris, keep us on. That's cool.
Thanks, Chris.
We're happy to hear that. Stacy from Farmingdale, and this is cool because this goes back to our hot teacher bit. She said, last week while you were talking about your hottest teachers, John made a comment about his friends hiding under the teacher's desk to sneak a peek at their teachers. Fess up, John, you were right there with them and you just didn't want to admit it.
Who do you think talked him into hiding under the table?
So that was your idea
man.
then. You just didn't want to come clean with it.
Yeah, I was just too big to get under the table.
You were big then too?
Yeah.
So what did you do? Have them take pictures for you or something? Oh, wait, the cameras weren't around.
No, he would go and eat there and just...
And what were you guys... Did you have any...
Wow.
I don't want to get off track. We could talk about this at a later date. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
No, nothing, man. Just we were young. We were like 8th grade.
Bunch of hippies.
Yeah.
And if we can't... no.
The Grateful Dead was
Stage
alive
hasn't
back
grown out
then.
of yet, people.
Bunch of desperate little boys over there in Baldwin School District. Justin sent us something which again will go back to John, and I don't know where he's from because he didn't put it, so it could have very well been out of state or it could have been your classmate. I don't know. But he said he missed the second half of the show. Is there any way that he can hear it?
Not right now, but yes, I do intend on putting links up on the website for that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got no problem. I got no problem with storing the stuff on the server.
All right, so stay tuned for that. Justin, get back to us. Maybe we'll get back to you. We'll let you know what's going on. What is this? This was like John Week. Anthony from Islip said, I was checking you guys out on the webcam last week and was wondering why John isn't on a camera. He was just a disenchanted voice.
Because it takes 2 cameras to cover my chin.
Oh, come on. Yeah, last week I was on camera 1. Kerry was on camera 2.
Sorry.
And...
There's that sound again.
Did you hear that? It goes right
What?
through your headphones. That sound of that microphone with John. John just moved the mic. Hear it?
Oh, I don't even hear it.
I mean, it's like...
One of the things they teach you in school is don't touch the mic once you're on the air.
And what does John Mulaney do?
I can't help it. I got to fondle the mic.
It gives us, listen,
Of course
keep your
he
hands
does.
above the table, please. Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you very much. Kelly wrote in another one that doesn't put down their names. Guys, please put down where you come from, so at least we have an idea of who's listening, names, where they come from. They're interchangeable half the time. Last week's show was great. You guys have really good chemistry working. Keep it up, and I'll be listening good. We need all the listeners we can get. So,
we love you guys.
Yeah, we'll keep you going.
Somebody needs to listen to our insane dribble.
Somebody. You're absolutely right. So why not the people of Long Island? Yeah, exactly. Don't beg for listeners. We had enough. Rich from Wanto writes in 3 questions. Carrie, are you still single? Paul, my sister wants to know if you're single. And John, my mother was asking about you.
No way.
Yeah.
How old's your mother?
How old is he?
I don't know.
Email me back.
Where's the sister? I'm going to actually get back to this guy this week because I'd like to see a picture of his sister.
Yeah. We can go on like a triple date or something.
That would be a good bit.
Oh, boy.
Wouldn't that be a good bit for the show?
Yeah,
Take it on the air.
Right. Take it out. And
What's his name again?
Rich.
I'll be looking for you.
We'll get Dan to follow us with a remote.
Carrie's going to be
van.
Carrie's going to be cruising through Wantaw looking
I'll
for.
see you after the show.
All right, so that's about the gist of it from the emails, guys. We love them. Keep them coming, and we'll keep reading them. Remember, VelocityLR@AOL.com. We are running way over tonight, which is cool, and we will be right back on the other side of the break. We're going to talk about my Father's Day dilemma and see if these guys can bail me out next. You're listening to Velocity Live here on Island Talk 540 AM WLIE and on WLIE.com.
Hi, this is Dan Moore, and you're listening to the best of Velocity Live on VelocityLive.com.
Tell me, do you think you'll be alright? I could just crash here tonight. You can see I'm
Yeah, baby, back on Velocity Live here on Island Talk 540 AM WLIE and on WLIE.com. Paul Verderosa, Kerry Dillon, John Mulaney coming up on our last segment. And I love this song. This song holds significance for me. So I'm going to turn it up for a second, brother.
tomorrow. You drive around this town and let the cops chase us around. Past us on something might be found to take its place.
So what's the significance?
Kerry looked very confused during that song.
I mean, I'm sure the entire population of America, like me right now, wants to know what's the significance of that song in your life.
We don't have much time, so quickly I'm going to go into it. One of my first girlfriends I met during this song.
All right.
So that's why it holds a significance.
Okay, that's cool.
Girl's a sweetheart. I wonder whatever happened to her. I really do.
Oh, is she the one that you left?
No.
No.
No, this is, no.
In room 210.
No, not at all.
At least it's got some kind of positive mental conditioning
Well,
attached
that's
to it.
good.
Not at all. But I'm in a little bit of a bind as we come up to our last segment tonight. Sunday is Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And as usual, I'll be doing double duty. Carrie looks at me strange, but
Oh, at work?
no,
No.
with my family because my parents are divorced.
Yeah, but you only have one father.
Right, but I also have a grandfather on my mother's side. So lately, I've realized as I've gotten older, I can do double duty now. So I could start off at one side of the families and then end up at the other later on. But the problem is, 2 days away, I don't have nothing for anyone. I don't know what to do. Honestly, don't. I obviously have to get my scrawny white ass to the mall tomorrow
Obviously.
and be running out there shopping, and I need some suggestions and some help. So I'm going to look at you first because you're sitting in front
Well,
of me.
what is your father into?
Women.
Give us...
Oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have said that. That was bad. We may have to dump that. Yeah, we may have to dump that. My dad is kind of tough to get for. He really is.
Okay, how would you describe your father? 3 words. 3 words.
Tony Soprano Jr.
Okay, well, characteristic, like trait.
I'm sorry, but the raw
Like-
shock of me just a picture of a beer keg. Shut up.
No, my dad's not. He can't even drink. He's not
Just
into that.
get him a keg.
No, I
No.
think. Go ahead.
All right, you tell me a little bit more about your father, please.
He's a 46. I think he's 46. I don't even know how old he is. That's how bad it is. He's a 46-year-old man living in Queens, New York.
You know what you should get him?
What?
You should go to the flea market.
Oh no.
Don't buy him a chia
Listen.
pet.
No. Get him one of those shirts. Have him put your picture. Have them put your picture on the shirt and say, "I love my daddy."
Who's your daddy?
Can't shoot Papa.
I'm telling you, and
Oh my God, that would be just funny.
You know, and I just want to get something this year. I don't want to have to go through the whole giving the money and giving the bad, like, gifts. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Maybe get him a gift certificate.
What's Dad's hobbies?
Dad likes cars. Dad likes the Sopranos or any kind of gangster
car
stuff.
guys are so hard to buy stuff
Exactly.
for.
Exactly.
I mean, you can go out, you buy them
God
anything.
knows.
You think you buy them something nice, you give it to them. The minute you leave, like the guy's like, "What the hell do I need this for?"
Yeah, girls do that too, though. But they'll probably say it
can
right
you give
to
them a
your
gift
face.
certificate to Autobahn or Pep Boys or something? You know,
Napa, get the good stuff.
You
the
know
local
what's good?
speed shop.
Like gift certificates or gift cards to like home improvement stores,
That could work, too.
watches, maybe to a restaurant.
That could work,
Do you like
too.
sports?
Not much.
So it's not even worth buying him a ticket to something.
No, unless I was going with him.
Yeah.
See, my father, my father's idea of happiness is
Well,
not even come around.
let's get into this because we don't have much longer left to go in the show. What are you doing for Father's Day?
I'm going to give him everything he wants in life. I'm going to stay out of his way and wish him good luck as he walks to the door to go to the racetrack.
Belmont Park, man. I'd be there right with him if I didn't have this stuff to do this
He's
weekend.
happy there, so go have a good time and be happy.
Carrie, what are you doing for your dad?
Well, I'm going to be in Cancun, so no. But I did get him a present.
What'd you get him?
I'm not going to say it.
Come on.
I'm not going to give it
all
away.
right. She could tell me off the air then.
It's something nice. It's thoughtful.
Is it bigger than a bread
Something
box?
he likes. What?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
No, it's not.
It's got to be a piece of jewelry.
No, it's not.
Wow. She's got to tell me off the air. I'm not going to guess it. But, yeah, so I think I'm going to have to jack myself to the mall. Maybe I'll drag my friend Lydia with me or something, and because she's a cool shopper.
Does he like
You should ask your mother, your stepmother.
That's true.
Does he
Maybe there's
like
something
clothing?
you wanted.
You know, it's just so hard. And you know what it is? It's like,
Get
you
him a
know,
tie.
liquor is quicker, but none of them drink.
Yeah.
And you know, my grandfathers are that's the other group, because my grandfathers are at the age now, God love them, because I do love them, but they're both at the age now where it's like, we got everything. Why are you bothering for? I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it's like the opposite with
See,
my grandma. Like gets everything. She like loves it.
See, his grandparents were entering the point where, you know, Depends is a good gift, but Dad's not ready for Metamucil yet.
I love it. John always...
Oh, God,
Didn't you use this reference last week with the
Yeah.
Depends and the Metamucil?
I'm stuck on it, though. I can't, you know, because it's what happens.
Well, you wouldn't be
with
stuck
all.
if you drank the Metamucil every day, I can tell you that much.
You know, it's a crying shame. You have no idea what to buy your dad, and, you know.
It's become so complicated. And you know what it is? It shouldn't be that hard, because there are tons of stores now. There's tons of stuff to buy.
Yeah.
And the problem with buying stuff for the grandparents, like I said, is you buy them something, and then it's like, oh, yeah, it's really good. And then you never see it again, or they return it, and then they get something else.
I mean, it's like, what are you going to do? You're going to buy the guy PlayStation? I mean, really?
No, and then it's like, you know
Ooh.
what? Carrie like that.
I bet. You know what? I wonder if they would like that.
See, I can tell you from my age
It's very-
bracket,
No.
you know, maybe someone 20 years younger than I am, yeah, that would go over well, but the mid
don't
40s,
know.
the mid 40s, no.
That's interesting.
We're not sitting there from playing Halo or something.
It's Halo.
Halo, Doom.
My uncle digs, I think it's GameCube he's got, or Xbox or something.
Oh, yeah. I got all of them.
Uncle John, tell me Sunday what you have for Father's Day. I don't remember what you have over there.
My house is completely loaded.
Oh, and I can't...
But I thought you said you didn't like them.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about most of my friends don't. I'll tell you, actually, of
There's
my
always the
friends,
exception.
I am the only one of my friends that plays any kind of video games.
I play. I have PlayStation 2.
Everyone plays games in college. Like
It's
all
a
the
big
guys
thing.
do. It's
a
huge.
very big thing.
It's huge.
See, now, if there was anybody in my family that was like 20-something years old and a dad, I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
There just isn't.
See fish?
No.
No.
Oh. What about one of those
Fishing is
things
beneath
that
my
they
father.
wear?
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Because if it doesn't have running water or a toilet, he ain't going. That's my father's words. It's beneath me, all right?
Oh.
Oh, God.
So that's beneath him.
All right, well.
But, so, we gotta go. Time is up tonight. And to all the dads out there,
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Absolutely. So, we will see you next week. We will be live, and the phones will work. But remember, while we're away, VelocityLive.com. Check out those pictures. Keep those emails coming. Keep the feedback coming. We love it. We're having a good time doing this for you, and the feedback's been really positive. So, once again, Happy Father's Day. Good night from Carrie. Good night from John. Good night from me. And that's it. Stay tuned for more programming on Island Talk 540 AM WLIE. Good night.
We love you, Stuart.